Hey everybody, Red October here. I wanted to tell you one more story, and this story has to do with making a private sale or purchase or trade when doing firearms. Now, I'm not going to tell you where to go, and how to do this and that. I just want to share you a story with you. As you know, I'm into shotguns. It's just my thing. I think they're affordable for the average person to get, and I like shotguns. So I had my eye on this shotgun in my area, and saw an ad, and I thought, okay, well, I'll throw out an offer and see if the guy accepts it or not. Is usually what happens, because when you're dealing with private sales or online sales, sometimes the prices are negotiable, and I'm not an expert. I'm not a pro at negotiating. I hate the haggling and hassling, but sometimes you just have to throw an offer out there just to see what people say. And I feel that when you're willing to meet someone halfway, and if they're a like-minded person, and they say, okay, well, you're willing to come my way, or you're willing to throw in an extra something on your end, let's make this deal happen. And I've done that before. I've done that where I'm like, hey, I saw your post. Would you take X number of dollars? And what happened in this case was this was a gentleman that I had bought from before. So, I try to save people's numbers or save their information so that if I do come across another post or ad, I can say, okay, hey, remember I bought such and such from you, whatever, just so that they can put a face with the name, and say, oh yeah, I dealt with that guy. He's pretty cool. Whatever, keeps his word, shows up on time, whatever. And I think when you can build that type of relationship, that's a good thing, right? In anything you do, business, sales, whatever. A couple days ago, I saw a post on there. I thought, okay, that name looks familiar, that username. So I threw out an email to him, and I just said, hey, I saw your post. Well, first I said, hi, this is Red, and I saw your post, and I bought such and such from you a while back. I was wondering if you take X number of dollars for this item that you're selling, this shotgun. And didn't respond. So then I looked at the post a little bit more, and they had a number on there. I thought, you know what, I'll just call him, or I'll text them, and it pretty much says the same thing. Hey, this is Red. I bought blah 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 from you a while back. Saw your post here. Would you take X number of dollars? Responded back saying, yeah, I'll do that. So I was like, okay, well, let me now work on the money, because I want to make sure that the deal is doable before I go and try to gather funds. And I think that shotguns are realistically affordable for the average person. I still haven't got an AR, I haven't got an AK. I want to get one of those. I just cannot drop the money on it at this time. And I know that people are saying, go out there and get your guns, because if we get the person in office, they're going to make it almost impossible. So I just haven't been able to afford it, guys. So anyway, so I go and I tell, okay, well, send him a message, let me work on the funds. He's like, all right, well, I got two other people interested, but for now it's yours, right? And I text him back and I said, hey, if you sell it before I can get to it and we set the arrangements up, I understand, right? Because if somebody's going to offer him the full amount, what he's asking for, versus the reduced amount that I'm asking for or offering to pay, and I'm willing to meet him wherever on his terms, then that's fine. It is what it is. Somebody else offered a better deal. I'm not going to be upset for that. And so I was kind of doing some figuring out that night, and I texted him back, and I said, hey, okay, I got the funds. Let me know where you want to meet, time, date, and place, and I'll be there. He texted me back saying, we'll talk tomorrow, whatever, and set up the arrangements, the time and date and place. I said, okay, cool. Next day comes up. I go to work. I'm busy, as I'm sure he's busy too, right? We all have our lives. And he never texts me, right? Never texts me back. Never says, hey, I've been busy all day. I'll give you a call tonight, or I'll text you, whatever. I'm going online. I'm thinking, okay, he still has the post there. I've already told him I'd buy it, and he still has it up. And then I also remember he said he had 2 other people looking at it. So I don't like to play games with people either. I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. If I say, I'll sell it to you, I'll sell it to you, whatever. I know things happen and things change, and I'd rather somebody just communicate and say, hey, this other guy's going to offer me a better deal. If that goes sour, I'll let you know. But the fact that he didn't say anything at all that next day, and I thought to myself, I'm thinking to myself, okay, whenever I see a post online, they obviously want to sell that firearm. They want to sell it as much as I want to buy it, right? So it's a two-way street. It's not, I have the most glorious firearm, whether it's a Glock or shotgun or AR, and everybody must come to me and beg me to see which is the best offer. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I've already communicated with you. I've already made my offer. You accepted it. I tell you, let me know where you want to meet up. The ball's back in your court. So at that point, and he's probably not thinking that. I understand not everyone thinks like Red. But I'm thinking, if I told you all this, the ball's in your court. So now tell me, when do you want to meet and where and what time? I see the post on there, and I'm getting, by the end of the night, I'm thinking, he still hasn't contacted me. I'm like, I'm not going to beg him. I'm not going to text him again. He said he would communicate with me the next day, which was Friday. And then I got pissed. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I already saw another shotgun at another store locally for less that I wanted to get. It was a used one. And I thought, you know what? It's, the gun that he's selling is a recreational, iconic shotgun. It's not one for ideal stress or SHTF. You can't load it as you're firing it like other shotguns where you load the shotgun, you're firing it, and then you can flip it over and load some more. Or even if you're out, pull the slide back, throw one in the chamber, and go. This one you have to clear it all the way out and then open it and then load it back in again. So idea for under stress is not, it's not the firearm that most people want. I want it just because it's wood stock. It has that Western look, that lever action to it, and it's just a unique shotgun. I don't want it enough to where I'm going to go after somebody begging them or texting them and harassing. I'm not that kind of person. I've already communicated. We're done. Say something. The next day, after I've gone to visit my grandfather, I go to the store and get the other shotgun that I want. He texts me and says, when do you want to meet? And I'm thinking, really? I'm like, so I text him back and I just said, hey, I'll just call him Bruce. Hey, Bruce, I never heard back from yesterday. I figured you were going to sell it to someone else. I saw your post was still up. I already went to the store this morning, got me another shotgun. Sorry. And I said, maybe next time, next time we can do a deal. I said, if you're still interested in a trade, I have a 9mm handgun. Didn't even say what it was, let me know if you're interested. Didn't hear back from him a while. Then he texts me back and says, I never take the post down until the deal is done because of crap like this. And I thought, wait a minute. You made a deal with me. I understand that you want to keep it up there maybe that night that we were still talking. And the next day knowing, hey, Red's going to buy the gun. I've dealt with him. I know what this guy looks like. He didn't give me any hassles last time. He came up with the money. He didn't have any excuse when he showed up saying, well, I only have this much, and I know I told you I'd have this much. Can you give it to me a little? And try to haggle with him on the spot. I've had people do that with me on other stuff, non-firearm stuff. They kind of get you on the spot, and you're like, really? You wasted my time. I'm here. I guess I'll sell it to you for that much. Didn't do that. Wasn't going to do that to him. And then I responded back, and I said, sir, I had the money in my hand. I said, you said you were going to contact me the next day. You never did. I didn't want to bother you about it. And I said, so I put it back on him, and I just said, have a good day. And it ended like that. He didn't respond anymore, but he pissed me off so bad. I'm thinking, I wanted the shotgun, but not enough to willing that I was going to beg you for it. So I guess the lessons learned here is you know, you can never really guarantee or count on somebody, a man's word, saying, okay, handshake, unless they're there in person, I guess, or you're making the deal that day on the spot. Sometimes the communication back and forth, that can change the next day with some people. Sometimes people aren't on the same wavelength as you. But you know, this it's the deal of firearms, and especially right now with the way things are, prices are being jacked up. People are overpricing their firearms, and I get it. It's just the way the market is. But I'll tell you this: when I'm looking at firearms online, or whether they're in private sale or go to a pawn shop, whatever, I always compare that price to what the retail value is. And a lot of these guys, they retail their guns for what you would pay brand new, which makes me think some of these guys may not want to be hassled with going into the store, because maybe they recently had a incident where now they have a background where maybe a couple of years ago they were clean as a whistle, they were buying guns legally, and now they came in. I don't know. And some people are getting away with that because they're like, okay, I'll pay the overprice because I can't go in the store now because of my criminal record and buy a legally firearm. I know some of you are going to have mixed emotions about that. I'm not here to debate that or say it's wrong or right. I'm just saying that do your research. Find out if what the value of that gun is, how old that gun is versus what the price really should be for that firearm. Maybe offer some trades and say, hey, I can trade you this for that, and I'll even throw an extra $50 or $100. I'm sure some of you that have been around know this already, but I just want to share that with you so that you don't fall in that situation where it's like, you know, there's that miscommunication. And I was really surprised because this guy was older than me. He's an older gentleman. I'm thinking, you're older than me. You should be the one setting the example. You should be the one that has been in this game long enough to know. And it may be that generation gap. I don't know, but I have my grandfather's way of thinking. So me thinking respectfully, thinking, okay, I threw it back on you. Now it's your turn to contact me that next day, not wait for me to contact you. And maybe he forgot, maybe it didn't cross his mind, but he did tell me he was going to contact me, and that's why I threw that in the last message I sent him, which he never responded back. So the shotgun that I ended up getting, which is something that I've been wanting for, well, when I first got into firearms, I was looking for budget shotguns, and so the shotgun I ended up getting was a Maverick 88 Mossberg, the security model. So it's 7+1. I'll do a video next time I'm at the range. Nothing you guys haven't already seen, so you can do all the video searches out there. There's plenty of cool videos. But yeah, I ended up getting me the Maverick 88 security model. It retails for about $189. I got it about $169, I think. With taxes, it was still under $200. It was in good condition. It was used, but didn't look like whoever had it shot it a whole lot. And that's the thing I like about the shotgun, is that everyone's after the big dogs, the AKs, the AR, because that's what's cool in the market. So if you look hard enough, you can find some really good shotgun deals out there, because they're not really eyeballing that. And I think that while that's going on with this whole gun prices and ARs and AKs, look out for those deals, because you'll be surprised that some people are getting rid of well-maintained shotguns to get cash to get the ARs and AKs, which is good for me and other people that love shotguns, because you can find some really good deals out there. So anyway, that's it. Another long video. Sorry about it, guys. Red October out.